Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another NIKKE video. My goodness, guys, it's Jover. Holy moly! When I saw the news of Tia and Naga being available simultaneously, yes, that's right, simultaneously, I already knew this is a huge debate by Shift Up, because remember when we had the bunnies, yes, and those were super meta, and we had it before. I think, was it before Dorothy, I want to say, right? Someone remind me. It's a huge banner, and now we have one again, two units that are looking to be super meta happening before the anniversary pilgrim. And of course, this was different because the bunnies, they at least had one of the bunnies the banner take place a week before the second bunny. But simultaneously, does that mean both banners will be available right at the beginning? If so, this 3-week event is going to be insanely crazy, trying to drain us of all the gems as well as the tickets before the anniversary meta pilgrim that they're going to put out, which I'm hoping either Red Hood or Crown. But either way, I mean, this also opens up a potential theory crafting, which is we have Marciana followed by the two girls, the Dazzling Cupid event, and then is it going to be anniversary, or are we still going to have another 2-week event? If so, I think that's crazy. Please don't let that one be a debate as well, because Marciana into the two girls and another 2-week event for a unit. Oh my god, who still has enough resources to go for the pilgrim? I know some of you guys have been saving, but damn, the design as well as the skill kit for those two units are absolutely bonkers. So let's take a look, and these are in game already because Interku basically said, you know what, screw the data miners, I'll just leak it myself. So these two units and their animation, everything is already in game. So this is Naga. Damn, look at those chocolate buns. Oh my Jesus Lord Almighty. Okay, the jiggles here and here, I'm sold already. And not to mention their skill kit are going to be meta as well. But let's take a look at Tia. The buttons, they cannot contain the assets. They just can't. Look, oh my god, it's bursting just like her burst. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Sorry. Let's go over their skills. So now let's take a look at the burst one first, and Tia. So Tia activates when recovering the cover's HP, affects herself. Her cooldown of the burst skill goes up by 30 seconds and stacks up to 2 times and lasts for 12 seconds. Now, if you do this twice, you basically turn your skill from a 40-second into 20-second burst one, which is fantastic. And it also activates when recovering cover's HP, affects all allies, giving them a 32% damage increase. This is really good, lasting for 10 seconds. This is actually really good. Now, skill 2 activates landing 5 normal attacks, gives you basically the cover HP, max HP increase. Now, does this trigger off this? We don't know. Okay, we don't know, but this one activates when using burst skills, affecting herself, gives that cover HP recovery. So I don't think this first part will give this skill, because if so, after landing 5 normal attacks, this attack damage of 32% for 10 seconds basically is permanent if it happens to work that way. So I'm thinking, you know, off of her own skill kit, it's basically this, right? You have to activate the burst skill, then to recover the cover's HP. But there are lots of other units that recovers cover HP, just like Litter. Crazy, right? Litter and Biscuit. So we don't know how the interaction will be. We'll wait for the full testing and we actually get to see how crazy they are going to be. Now, her burst skill is a 40-second burst one, but again, like we said, there's a cooldown reduction built in, so it will go down to 20 seconds, and it affects herself, generate a shield of 35% of the final max HP for 10 seconds, and also affects allies with a 10% final max HP shield. So this is pretty good, but actually the shield is made for Naga, which we'll cover later on as well, and affects all allies, re-enters burst stage 1. So this is like Winter Rupee, so another limited unit. Almost a year ago, Winter Rupee allows you to go back and reactivate skill stage 1, which also makes me feel that technically, right, you want to run a 2-1-2 combo, which is 2 burst 1s and 1 burst 2 and then 2 burst 3s, because imagine pairing this up with Litter, right? You re-enter into Litter's burst skill, you have the cooldown reduction, you have cover HP recovery, which gives you this as well. So honestly, pretty crazy. Now, Ideally, I think we still try to use those two units together, and the other unit being Naga. A 20-second burst 2 activates when she attacks 12 times, affects all allies, it recovers the cover HP. So this is the cover HP recovery, and it's tied to her 12 normal attacks, and she's a shotgun user, so this is pretty slow, honestly. And also activates when applying shield, and the shield is applied off of Tia's burst, right? And this affects all allies. Attack damage dealt to attacking cores increases by 85%. This is a huge amount, because if you take a look at the second skill, activates after attacking 5 times. 2 allies with the highest attack gains another 40%. This is 125% core damage, and for units that have insane core damage already, like Guillotine, Modernia, Scarlet, this 120% is insane in terms of the amount of boost it will provide. And also she has another effect that activates after 5 normal attacks, and 2 allies with the lowest HP percentage recovers 10% of the casters. So this is a bit of a heal coming out from Naga as well. So fantastic. And last skill, the burst, she gains pierce for 10 seconds, and a shotgun pierce is very interesting, and also gives a attack boost, so 16.18% of the casters attack for 10 seconds to the remaining team. And when a shield is applied, all allies get a 31%. So this is a 47. We talked about in the previous video, the kits, they look to be super busted together, right? They've got a damage increase, BI, attack increase, they've got heals, they've got shield, they've got cover repair, as well as just all around really good synergy. So now Naga does, I think, kind of force you to go 2-1-2, which means Naga paired up with another burst 1, the 20-second burst 1, mind you, into Tia, and I think the burst 1 has to be more aggressive because you're not really worried about survivability with those two units. And then you run a two burst 2 combos. Now you could technically separate them, right? You can technically separate them and run a separate team. Well, so far at the current moment, the 3 meta teams we have, first is the bunnies with Alice Modernia, or Alice someone. A2 was used as well, so the bunny teams, I think that's not going away, litter bunnies. And then we have the volume mass team for 2B, and then we have the privity combo, which is Annis, Summer Annis, Dorothy, privity. So I don't know if this will interfere with the Dorothy combo, because then you can go Dorothy, these 2 units, Summer Annis and Scarlet or Privity. Maybe that's the play. I don't know if this is more damage. Could be, definitely could be, right? So we'll have to see. You do lose a bit of value if you do Summer Annis team, because you're not gaining that core damage. So machine gun team in Modernia, but we are really realistically looking at 3 teams for Union Raid, and for even solo raid 5 teams, but 3 will be your ultimate core. So I'm very curious to see, once released, how meta they will be. Will they be as meta defining as the bunnies when they got released? Basically, you have to run the bunnies for story, right? They're the best story team, litter bunnies plus 2. They're hands down the best. So I want to see if those 2 units will be as meta changing as the bunnies. You definitely get 1 copy minimum, right? 1 copy minimum each, and then put them on the wish list. They're not limited, so it's fantastic. But how many of you guys, you know, skip the bunnies to go for example, Dorothy, or to go for limited units, and then still don't have the bunnies? So put for 1 copy. I'm probably gonna MLB, because I think their burst is gonna be insane for the homepage. Damn, look at those thighs. Oh my god, the assets. So yeah, we'll do, of course, testing, because I'll be back home and resuming my regular schedule for uploads as well as streams. We'll be testing this and see how well they perform. But I'm super excited, and let me know your thoughts. And it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.